Hi, I'm Wendell G, joined here with Yank in the studio. We're going to cover the South League All-Stars. So, let's
Yes, indeed.
see. South League. Before we jump into the All-Stars, any particular surprises or general evaluation notes you got on the South League for us?
Uh, Buffalo is gonna. I mean, they basically clinched this league. They could run all minor leaguers and win this league. But the surprising thing is that False Bay is doing so bad. And I know JD,
Mm-hmm.
he likes to, say he's tanking or whatever. Like that rotation is maybe the best. It was maybe the best in the league, and I believe he traded away Campbell, but he got Nakamura, so he's even better than Campbell. Like their starting three pitchers are the best starting trio in the league, absolutely hands down. They have the best pitcher in the league. Like I guess they just have no bats. But they, for a team that good to be 41-55, it's kind of mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else is going as planned. I mean, Kabul's progressing really well. They could definitely make the playoffs. Australia is hanging in there. I mean, they had a down year last year, but they're back.
Mm-hmm.
'06 doing good. Figs is doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you have the bottom trio that are just tanking. But I don't know who's going to win that race.
Buenos is doing really well this year. I kind of think they're about a year ahead of schedule, maybe.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he's been acquiring talent. He's another one that finds talent in weird places.
Mm-hmm.
But it ends up working out for him.
And he puts it to good use too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you've got one thing we didn't talk about in the North League. There were some teams who completely struck out in getting All-Star selections.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that earlier. Who were those teams?
It was Berlin and Lisbon for the North.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the South, I believe it was New Zealand and Key West.
Right.
Real actually got a couple guys on the South League roster.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Baton Rouge actually got a couple of All-Stars. Surprising All-Stars at that.
Yeah.
So, so Buffalo can put it on cruise control and
Absolutely.
just walk away with it. Their magic number is 50.
Yeah, they are going to blow that number away.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Okay, good. So, Cobble. Do you think Cobble can hang in there?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of young talent, but I mean they are good as any other team in that league, sans Buffalo. So
Yeah.
they can take second in the league, pretty easy.
All right. Well, let's hit the South League. I'll go ahead and I'll go over the starting pitchers who were selected in the South League.
All right.
And we'll just go back and forth like that. So, first on the list is Micah Borrett of Buffalo. And Buffalo, of course, is just dominating the All-Star selections here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first. Schoolboy's the first of our selections. He's having a fine year. He's pitched 123 innings, 19 starts, 10-5 record, and a 1.08 WHIP. So he's having a fine year.
Yeah.
How does that? Do you know how that stacks up against his past history?
Yeah, I have his page here. It is a better year than his past couple. His BABIP is lower, so that might explain it.
Good.
But he hasn't pitched this well since 2042, when he put up a similar ERA plus, and of course double the innings pitched. But
Wow.
yeah, I mean he's been kind of riding that 90 to 110 ERA plus region, but his scouting reports always look good. So yeah, I mean I like the pick. He's pitching well for them. So
Yeah, 33-year-old lefty. I didn't realize he was that old.
yeah,
He always kind of flies under my radar. We don't talk about him very much, but yeah, well-deserved pick. Number 2 on the list, Oscar Fontenot,
yep,
Buffalo. I love Tip. I think he is a fine pitcher. I'd love to have him on my team, but I don't think he was in. I felt like he has ridden Buffalo's success to this All-Star selection. I think there are some other guys who deserved it more. But,
maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's
disagree?
got a high WAR. Yeah, I disagree. I think he's got a really high WAR. And he's got a high BABIP too. So I think the ERA is legit this year.
Well, there are guys who have a higher WAR. Cairo's Wooly. Wooly has a better WAR. Boys King didn't get selected. Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
And
Boys.
Reptile didn't get selected. So
yeah, I guess if you factor those guys in, then perhaps.
I like Fontenot. I just, in terms of this year, I think some other guys should have got the call. Kasib, next. Next.
Yeah. Best pitcher, Cy Young of
oh my goodness.
WBL. So
Blue. Silky. Next on the list is George Silky Keyworth. And you talk about a guy, this guy's sitting on 190 career wins. He only needs 10 more wins for 200. He's 35 years old. He's pitching like he's 25.
Yeah.
And is this guy ever going to stop?
That stuff, the moment the stuff goes away, I mean, maybe he'll fall off, but when is it going to go away? He's still max on pretty much all his pitches.
Yeah.
He's still throwing 96 at 35 years old, you know. I don't think he's going to stop for another year or so at least. I mean, sometimes the fall off can be drastic and sudden, but even then, you know.
He's kind of Roger Clemens, kind of rocket-like maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, he's got
dominating fastball.
6'1", 240, so a little bulky as well. Yeah, I can see it.
George Rocket Keyworth.
Yeah,
I got no problem with that pick. Donald Mason, I got no problem with this pick. Mason is he having a career year? I know he's 13-3. He's tied for the league record in wins. 1.07 WHIP. 190 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean the batters are already, you know, they walk up to the box and they already have 2 strikes mentally. You know,
yeah.
How do you hit against this guy? Like,
I don't know.
He's got 5.1 WAR. I mean, like, and the funny thing is, his ground ball percentage is so low. Like 44% is, if you're a prospect with 44% ground ball, you better be doing something right. And well, he does. They don't hit it in the first place, you know. So I guess when they do hit it, it's a fly ball, but.
But it's right. It's a pop up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his last 10 games. His worst start. In the last 10. He went 6.1 innings and gave up 3 runs.
Yeah, which is a quality start.
His worst start was a quality start. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's really good. I would, I'd probably say career year for sure.
I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad Buffalo's getting their money's worth out of that.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'd be doing this well in Moscow, but
the Moscow effect.
The Moscow effect. The heavy air.
Yeah.
You'd think it would favor somebody, pitchers, hitters, somebody, but and then there's Nakamura.
Yeah.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, he's a rental to the South League, so you know they even have to import their talent from the North. But Popeye is very, 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 very good. I wanted to get him. I was gonna, you know, throw everything in the kitchen sink for him. So very deserved selection.
But
I said, I did not. I was asking Orlando, but it didn't work out. Yeah. JD had a better package because he sent Campbell and Rapley, as he likes to call them. So, yeah, but he's really good. He had a 2-hit shutout in late June against Buenos Aires, which is really good. Shutting out a team like that. So I have no problems whatsoever with this selection. He's going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. I like Popeye. I routinely have him in my top 3 pitchers. If I get a chance to get him, you know, he's one of the top 3 that I'd say, you know, no question. He is actually number 2 in South League WAR this year. Kasib, of course, is number 1. And then last and not least on our list here, Dr. Sad.
Dr. Sad.
This guy, you know what? This guy just keeps on rocking. Threw a no-hitter this year. I think this is the first no-hitter in league history.
Wow.
That he threw. And he's been flirting with it in years past, a 2-hitter, a 1-hitter, and now he got the no-hitter. So
It's pretty good.
I have no problem with this list except Wooly and Reptile Tang should have gotten on it, and then Twinkle Toes King. I mean, all three of those guys had better WAR than both Barrett and Fontenot, but they have the Buffalo effect going for them.
Yeah, there could be a little bit of that going on.
Yeah.
The South League does have a lot of good pitchers. I mean, I didn't even check Kabul, but they have. Well, I don't know. Those guys are kind of a year away. But I mean, Van Der Esch, he had a 3.17 ERA. You know, with a 2.5 WAR. So Kabul has a pretty good staff. I think next year they will get like 2 or 3 guys in the All-Star game, or they should, because he has a lot of talent there. I haven't really checked the other teams, but I don't know. There's some pitching talent all around, I think.
There are on the Kabul staff. Their whips look fine.
Yeah.
Some of the ERAs, well, small sample size, but some of the ERAs are kind of blown up. But
yeah, they definitely should have. Someone from that staff, probably Van Der Esch, shouldn't have gotten a call, I think.
Well, I've got a name for you, but I'll let you take it away with the relievers.
All right. So the relievers. First one is Pasta Fod. I sent him to Cairo. Or did I send him? No, he was a free agent from my team. I think he got signed with Lisbon and then got traded. But he's been having a pretty good year. I guess he's set up man right now. I think he's been set up man all year. So he didn't pitch well last year for me. He pitched okay, and I traded him. I traded him to Buenos. He went to free agency, and then he went to Lisbon, and he's been doing great all year. Like lights out, basically pitching like he's 28 instead of 38. So
yeah.
I mean, I like that pick. I think
I've looked at Fod over the years, and I kept thinking he's just too old. You know, when's he going to fall off the table? And he hasn't. You know, his stuff has taken a hit, but he's still pitching around it. So.
Yeah, so the next guy is one of Real's crawdads. It's Sam the Man Mansfield.
Nice.
Obviously
having a career year here.
Yeah, he is. But it's not really that impressive. I don't know. I think they would have been better off just picking one of those starting pitchers, and they throw relief for the All-Star game anyways.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really get the pick. I mean, he's got a good ERA plus, but his WAR is Well, it's not really lights out by any means.
I would say Valcourt of Kabul would be a better pick than this. He's pitched really well this year. And, but I can't be too vociferous in arguing against a crawdad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see them.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see this guy. He's had 50 appearances. He's 3-3 with a three saves, a 3.30 ERA.
Yeah,
he's only given up 3 home. Threes are wild with this guy. 1.23 WHIP. So he's having a fine year. And, yeah. So who's next?
It's another guy from Crawdads. It is Musli Crazy Bin Dabir, who's from Iran. This one, I don't know, because he's got a 4.20 ERA, which makes even less sense. Like, he's barely over 100 ERA plus. But I don't know. Maybe the voters in the South League saw something else. He's not popular, so that can't be it. I mean, I know it's computer generated, but he's not popular. Like, I don't really know. He's got 19 saves, which is nice. But
as of today, he's got 21. So
yeah, so I mean that is half their wins. So I guess that's pretty important.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean it's not the worst pick, but
he saved half their wins. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, all right, who's next?
Okay, so next is all these names in the South League. Nabi Hama Dawood from Buenos Aires.
Excellent. Snaps.
Yeah. So I always call him Dawood for concise purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been having a good year. 12 saves, 2.31 ERA, 1.11 WHIP.
Mm-hmm. I think he's
Past like a handful of games, he hasn't even given up a run. So
I think he's a major reason for Buenos' the Nacho success.
yeah,
39 appearances. He's just been outstanding for them. How was he a free agent signing for the Gauchos?
he has been in their system since the beginning of the game, I think.
Oh wow, okay.
He was a first round pick in 2037, and then he was with Panama City, like back when they were Panama City.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in the system ever since. He was number 70 prospect, like way back when. He played. He's been in the past. He wasn't invited last year, but 2042 and 2043 he was in the All-Star game. So,
well, now let me ask you about this guy. He's got 3+ pitches. He's got a 40 stamina, 65% ground ball. Why isn't he starting?
I'm not sure. He definitely could.
You think he could go in the rotation?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he could.
Interesting. I just noticed that. Hadn't paid that much attention.
I mean, maybe the stamina. I think he has. I think Osik has a pretty good staff too, so it's not
that's true.
too
That's
much.
true. That's true.
You know, you can always
not
rotate him around.
Right. Not like he's hurting for starting pitchers in Buenos.
Right.
Okay, last and least.
That would be Hyun Tae Kim from Cairo.
36 years old, man.
Yeah.
36.
Yeah, man. The South League is a bunch of old,
Geriatric
weird name, old pitchers. That's the impression I'm getting so far. But I mean, they're all good too. Like they're really, really good in their old age. So I guess they're really smart about scooping up veteran talent, which I mean it's something I never do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think I don't know. So
you create the talent that becomes a veteran.
Yeah.
And you dump it as soon as you create it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So Kim is rocking 26 saves so far.
Yeah, he's having a good year. 3.35 ERA. He's got 2 good pitches. A pretty good. His year last year was better. But I mean, he's bounced around a little bit. He spent some time in Falls Bay, Key West, Amsterdam in his very, very early career. So he's seen the world. It's a pretty good pitcher, I think.
Yeah.
He actually earned his 300th save last year in August.
Nice.
So he might be one of the top guys all time. I don't know. Maybe I can check that real quick.
While you're checking, I got a handful of guys that got the snub this year out of the relief corps, and so let me just shout them out. Peter Nicholson of of Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo. 27 saves to lead as of today, I think. He's leading the league in saves. He didn't get into the All-Star game. Luis Fabian of Australia didn't get in. He should have. He could have easily. Aboudi of False Bay.
Yeah.
Sheikh Aboudi.
Yeah.
Did not get in. McVeigh of Buffalo. Outstanding year. Did not get in. Valcourt of Kabul, as we mentioned, also didn't. Those 5 guys could easily have gotten in, and I like all 5 of them more than I like, Mansfield or Ben Dabir.
Yeah.
And also, in fact, they've all had better WAR than Dawood. So
yeah.
Anyway, I had some questions about this particular selection.
Yeah.
These 5 selections.
So interesting fact about Kim: he's actually 1 save away from tying the league record, which is 339. He's at 338 right now. Awesome. The record is currently held by a free agent, or I think he's either free agent or retired. His name is Kowal Feemeister.
Kyle Femister. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he last played for Seoul in 2044, and is he retired? I think he's a free agent right now. He spent some time in New Zealand's minor league system this year. So
you hear that, Lisbon, New Zealand? You need to get Kyle Femister.
He's out there. You gotta.
So he's
got to extend
compete.
That record.
That's right. Kim and Femister. We could have a storyline going for the rest of the year for them.
Yeah, sell some tickets.
Exactly. Sell some tickets. Get people interested in this.
Yeah. But yeah.
Right.
So the South League lineup.
Down to the catchers.
So Barry Charles from Buenos Aires, he's one of those free agent guys for '06 that has done really well. I mean, I remember back when he was a prospect, I asked Leach for him, and he wanted a king's ransom, and I mean, he was very much worth that because he had pretty high potential. I think he maybe never hit that, but he's a really, really good player, I think. So that is pretty deserved to me. The other catcher is Sung Tae Kim from Australia. I do not know anything about him, but I'll find out.
He's 38 years old, man.
Oh my god, man! This is just this is crazy. But he's having a good year. 140 OPS plus, which is fairly consistent across his career with four different teams. So 3.3 WAR. I mean, you can't really argue with that.
It's yet another good free agent pickup by Australia that has worked out for him.
Yeah.
I swear, there are teams that just have good luck with free agents and teams that have terrible luck with free agents. I'm one of the terrible. I'm on the terrible side. So, I'll tell you, somebody who got snubbed this year is Scott Bell of Cairo. Bell has had a fantastic. Every time I look up, he's in the headlines with something.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Bell should have gotten a shout out.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I guess it was the WAR that got him only 1.1. A little poor defensively. I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin for him. But I mean, he's been good offensively, really, really good. So
I think he's probably one of the spark plugs, the primary spark plugs driving that Cairo engine this year. Scott Bell.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 22 homers. You know, he would have at least been a force in that home run derby. So
yeah. So looking at the infield here, we got a pretty good infield. Not bad, not bad. First base, Farik Amar of Cairo, rocking a 358, actually 348 average now, with 18 home runs. And I don't know what his WAR rating is, but he is. I wouldn't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with that pick. At second base, Jesus Bernal. This is a name. I think you know this name.
I do know this name.
You know this name, Cairo. It was. Yeah. I think Jesus was one of the subjects of my first WBL rant, on-air rant. Not really a rant, but I was trying to figure out a trade that you made way back when, and I couldn't figure. Of course, at the time, I didn't know how important shortstops were in the WBL.
Yeah, his defense fell off, and he became fragile. But back in his glory days in Sweden, I mean, he was a machine. He had 7.6 WAR in 2040. That was when he hit his peak, and then in 2042, I traded for him. He had 0.2 WAR the entire year, or 0.1 WAR. I mean,
because of injury.
And he just never really bounced back. He's been fragile. So I dumped him to Cairo. I said, give me Ping. That's a good shortstop defensively that can hit. I'll suffer at second. But he's still a good player. He's only 28 years old.
He's injured all the damn time.
Yeah, it's like clockwork. I mean, if you have a player that injury prone, that's if you have a player to replace them, that's gonna if you can take 3 months of Bernal and 3 months of a replacement level guy and get a great WAR, then do it. But he's not hitting that well anymore and not defending that well to justify it, in my opinion, which is why I traded him. But I mean, he's doing okay.
He's still an all-star.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably had one of his best years in quite a while.
Yeah, in a little while.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I mean, his injuries: heart palpitations, twisted ankle, groin soreness, sprained knee, bruised foot, hamstring. This guy, he's got a 50-year-old body, man.
Yeah, I don't know. He's made of glass.
Yeah. So, also, second base,
Actually,
Bailey.
okay, wait. He's had 3 groin injuries. I don't know. What is he doing in his free time, That's just kind of bizarre. It's like the same. It's a problem area for him.
Yeah.
But
I can tell you. It's not a mystery to me. I ran for 10 years, and I tell you what, you get a groin injury, you never heal from that shit. I mean, I don't know what it is about the groin, but is notoriously difficult to heal, and it doesn't take much. I mean, just one little stretch. I mean, it doesn't have to involve the ladies, or messing around or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just one little stretch, and that thing pops, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard, man. So I don't have a problem with the groin thing, but the heart palpitations.
Yeah.
What the hell is God doing in the league, man? I don't know. So number 2, or the next second base, Bailey Thrill Seeker Gilliland for Buffalo. The Americans having a good year, hitting .323 for him with 21 home runs.
Yeah, I like the pick. He's
the thrill.
Yeah, he's been causing a lot of thrills for the Buffalo fans. So.
Yeah, Andy Durach, man, this guy, I could have had this guy for a second-round pick.
Yeah.
And Australia picked him up instead.
Yeah, he's just one of those OU products.
Wow.
One of his spare middle infielders. Just
like, meh. Here, you want this guy?
Yeah.
Give me something for him.
4.1 WAR. I don't remember what he was traded for, but
it was a second-round pick.
Yeah, so Leach got the better of him. Wow. That one. But I mean, it's not like he cares. He's got better guys than Derich anyways.
Well, anyway, this guy's had a really great year, and really fine second baseman. In fact, middle infielder, second, third, and short. He can play all 3 left side positions. Love that guy. Love him, man. Wish I had him. Finally, the 15th second baseman on the list, Joselito Cabfer Garce out of Buenos Aires, hitting for .312. No home runs this year, but all kinds of contact and on base.
Yeah.
And also, he's got 37 stolen bases. I don't know if can you look up and see who's leading the league in stolen bases this year?
Yes, I can.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to back over here and talk a minute about Cesar Sanchez. $1 million on the Buffalo staff, hitting .308, 5 home runs, .466 slugging. Also an all-star. I got no problem with this pick. And then finally, the last member of the infield, Kim Hugh Long of Buffalo. These 2 Buffalo products, although I like them both, Kim Hugh Long is hitting .283 with 12 home runs and decent shortstop. But although I have no problem with these 2 selections of Sanchez and Long, they were kind of meh to me. I didn't feel like they put up just absolutely world-class numbers, but at the same time, I couldn't find anybody else that I would slot in their place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're fine for the situation. Bernal ended up playing shortstop in the game anyways, so I think Luong was just purely there as a backup.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Garce is leading the league by 6 stolen bases with 37, so...
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he's a fast
21
runner.
Years old.
Good defense. He's not going to hit any home runs maybe in his entire career because he's got 20 power. But other than that, he's really, really good.
Cabfer is 21 years old. He's been in the WBL 3 years.
Yeah, he's like a ping in that sense.
Wow. Take us through the outfielders here.
All right, outfielders. Vajarov from Kabul. Who was it? It was Orlando, I think. Everyone was riding on Wolfman for trading for this guy. But I mean, the guy, he's been the best contact hitter for a long time. He's this random gem. This random gem for Latvia. Like the only reason that the Latvian baseball national team is any good is this guy.
Right.
And I mean, he's always been good. Like I think there was one season. Well, he had that 9 WAR season, 2041, where he was like .415 batting average the entire year. Like, and he ended up 33.97, but he was above 400 for so long. I mean, he's doing the same thing this year. 361.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on pace for like 6 WAR at 32.
Wow.
So I mean, he absolutely deserves it.
The guy just keeps on hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't field anymore at all. Don't get me wrong, but who cares? Like he's such a good hitter.
He shows like a 30 range in the outfield.
Yeah, he's got other good stats, but that
You'd have to pair him up with a great center fielder.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a great hitter, so that's a good pick. Lian Chen from False Bay, 23. So he got traded this year, and between Amsterdam and False Bay, he has 2.2 WAR, hitting 9.924 OPS on the year, something like 140 OPS plus in total. So I mean, he's pretty good. Fielding is okay at right, which is where he's being played. So I don't know. I like that pick, I guess.
Yeah, this was the one pick where I was kind of like meh. I thought another Cabo player, Felix Perez, was probably a little bit more deserving than Chen in this pick.
Yeah, I could see that. Profit. He's pretty good. I mean, like all these Cabo guys are young as heck, and the other guy, I don't even think we brought him up, is Greaves.
Oh,
from Cabo.
Yeah.
For second base. I just realized.
Good night.
Maybe he's having a poor year.
How did we well, he is.
Yeah, he is having a poor year.
That's right. Wolfman's been he's only hitting 267.
Okay, so yeah, that's why.
So,
He was in the past 2 All-Star games, I'm pretty sure. He should have been. Okay. Oh, well, it wasn't. Yeah, he was. Okay, so yeah, if he wasn't having a bad year, I think he'll bounce back. Guys
definitely.
like that don't go away.
Definitely.
But yeah, everyone on this team is like really, really young. They will all probably be all-stars at some point in their career. All the young ones with potential, that is.
I agree. So next up,
Linus, friend of Charlie Brown, Stilts Inquist.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, you could say that. 2.8 WAR. He's been a 4.4+ WAR guy. He's probably on track for that again. So,
the thing I like most about Linus is, he hits for days, but if you go and look at the game log, this is the guy who makes things happen in the 8th and 9th inning. This guy is always making stuff happen and always doing. He's one of those guys who just does whatever it takes. Maybe a sacrifice bunt or a stolen base or a little extra hustle, Charlie hustle on the base pass.
Yeah.
This is he's one of those guys that he's a legend.
Just 26 too. Not many guys are legends at that age.
Yeah.
He's a good one, I think.
Next up,
George Miller, Australia, 25. Scouting report isn't great, but his stats are, at least this year, 3.9 WAR. Probably on pace for a little bit more. So
he's one of my highlight performances of the year. This guy, he's hitting so far over his rating, and I think
his history as well. So
and his history as well, hitting 297 with a 349 WAR, 349 OBP and a 12 stolen, 17 home runs. Maybe he's got potential we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah, I mean he's only 25, so he definitely could. Yep. Absolutely.
Next up,
Miguel Chavez from Kabul.
Pinto Bean.
Pinto, yeah. So I mean, he's one of those young guys, really good, 167 OPS plus, 5.0 WAR, one of the better hitters in the South League actually, I think. So pretty good. Next guy is the supermodel himself. Antonio Wildcard de los Santos.
Oh, DLS.
Yeah, DLS.
How many is this like the 15th time he's been in the All-Star game? This guy has racked up some serious All-Star appearances.
Yeah, he 20. I gotta see the in game. It's probably easier, but I'm sure he's been to the All-Star game with multiple teams. So
he had one at bat, one hit.
Let's see. He was in the All-Star game in 2037, 2039, 40, and 45, surprisingly. So, but he's won fielding awards as well. But yeah, this dude has been on every team in the league. It really feels like
Mm-hmm.
He's been on me, Amsterdam, Vegas, Cairo, Buffalo. It's on Vegas twice, actually, I think.
Wow.
I want to say Key West, too, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But he's seen the entire world, Seoul, in his early career.
Wow. Old DLS.
Yeah. That face will never... He still has that face in game for me. So
That's his game face.
it'll never go away.
That snarl.
Yeah.
He's never taken a good picture, and he don't care.
Yeah.
Man, if I was making 17 millies a year, I wouldn't care either.
Yeah, exactly.
Last and least,
that would be Tomas Gonzalez from Buenos. Let's see.
he's 22. I'm sure this has got to be a career year for this guy. Was he a rookie?
This is his, like his second year, pretty much. He had a coffee cup 2 years ago, but he's got 4.7 more, which I think is one of the better ones in the league. So, career year, absolutely.
27 home runs. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, his power rating isn't amazing. I think it's 60 on the scouting report.
Yeah.
It's better against left or righties, so that might explain it with all the righties in the league.
True.
But yeah, he's hitting the cover off the ball. He's only 5'10", too. I don't know where he finds the power.
Well, it's this guy looks like he knows Tai Chi. Probably does yoga. He knows that it's in the, that sort of use the leverage of the body. That short swing. Bob Horner was a small guy. He wasn't that big of a guy. He could get that bat around so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody that you felt was snubbed in the outfield? We talked about Felix Perez, the Prophet, at Cobble.
Yeah, he I think was. I don't know. I mean, I think there's not that much talent, or that much. Let me not rag on them. There's, I don't think anyone really got snubbed, though.
Okay. No snubs. Well, one of the, I don't really have anything other than Perez myself. One of the highlights of the year for me, and this kind of makes me feel, one of the things, once in a while something happens and I feel really dumb. And one of the things that happened this year is, I'm going to pull up the Buenos Aires page, and in the involved three-plus way trade with Mason, with Buffalo for Mason, in order to take on some salary from Buenos, I sent a couple of pitchers. And one of those pitchers was Gerard Martin, who had been in my bullpen perennially. He used to be a fixture in the in my organization. He used to be a starting pitcher for years. He's in my record books. Well, he deteriorated with a movement that really scared me, and he would throw a lot of home run pitches. He is rocking. So I moved him to Buenos. They moved him into the starting rotation. He's rocking a 9-2 record with an 0.96 WHIP and a 3.39 ERA. Now he's given up 14 home runs in 21 games, but and last year he gave up 4 home runs in 8 games for me, and that was enough. And I sent him back down to AAA, and he stayed in AAA the rest of the year. But the thing is, 14 home runs in 21 games. 8 of those games have been starts, and so he's had 14 home runs in 69 innings.
Yeah.
And so Buenos has really, really came out good on this deal.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm wishing now I had given him more of a chance at starting. I guess I've always had a really fast hook with pitchers. I kind of pan out real fast when they don't pan out. So,
yeah.
But glad to see him finding new life at Buenos.
Yeah. With stuff like that, there's always a chance they come back.
Yeah, so that was that. Dr. Sad's no-hitter and the performance of George Miller from Australia have been my top 3 surprises of the year from the South League. Any last thoughts there, Yank?
No, I think covered most of it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening in. We're going to put a cut here, and we'll be back again another day from the WBL. Thanks for listening in.